Hey, how you guys doing today? This is Javier here, founder of Replenish. I wanted to come on here for a little bit and kind of just explain to you guys who've been following our journey, you guys who may be interested or kind of seen things on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and kind of want a little bit more detailed review into kind of our process and things like that. So we've been, I guess, an official entity, if you will, for the past 10 months. So initially, with this idea of, providing evidence-based, safe, affordable mushrooms to cancer patients so they can, recover naturally when it comes to the side effects of conventional cancer therapy. So we knew that was the solution, and we understand that things are shifting, in alternative medicine, natural medicine. So, we were aware that, there's already mushroom companies out there. So there's, mushroom coffee, mushroom tea, mushroom powder for different things. But, we really didn't see anything tailored directly towards cancer patients with the information that's already available. And when we mean tailored, we don't mean just like a marketing campaign. We mean, grounding our formulas and clinical studies and clinical research, and then having it being evidence-based and systemizing and things like that. So first thing we decided to do and what we've completed was a full literature review. So we understand that the clinical research and the clinical trials that are available they're kind of fragmented, and we understand if for a cancer patient or a caregiver it might it just might be a hassle, right? You got a priority list. Finding clinical studies for mushrooms is probably near the bottom. So we decided to compile that, and then we segmented that as well. So turkey tail mushrooms, the clinical research, clinical studies, reishi, same thing again, oyster, shiitake, maitake, and then understanding the beta glucans, the dosages that were used in those clinical trials, the increase in quality of life, the placebos effects, and things like that. So we made that actually aside from Jesus Christ being the foundation, we made that the educational foundation of our company. So that's really the foundation that allows us to build, and build on top of ideas. So after brainstorming and reading the research and talking about it, we understood three categories that we can attack, if you will, which is first, neurological decline during cancer treatment, gut issues, and then third, immune suppression. So with the bioactive compounds like beta glucans, the polysaccharides, and things like that, we do believe, based on the clinical trials, that we can improve the quality of life for cancer patients undergoing cancer treatment in that aspect. So after that, we wanted to personalize it because we understand that every cancer patient is in a different physiological state. So we did create an AI dosage recommender tool. So what that does is it takes in patient information, and then based on the clinical trials that we feed the AI, it recommends the best possible dosage. So what that would look like is, based on your patient profile, we recommend 3,000 milligrams or equal to 2 capsules a day for maximum effectiveness. Because we understand that precision medicine, in terms of natural medicine, to be as therapeutic or as potent as pharmaceuticals, we do believe that precision medicine is the vehicle that can get us there. And then currently, we are looking at different advanced absorption techniques, right? So things like nanotechnology, different type of nanotechnologies. So what we're trying to combat is the bioactive compound being destroyed, or the potency being decreased while passing through the gastrointestinal tract. So that's something that we are actively working and developing as well. So we're really developing this unique formula, which we aim to invent. So this formula is something that's not actually going to be out on the marketplace yet. And then nano encapsulation with AI recommendation, just to really make a statement with natural medicine and non-verbally communicate that if you just put time and effort and really make this natural medicine work, it can be effective. It can be as powerful as some pharmaceuticals, right? This isn't a crusade against pharmaceuticals, but we do understand that the prices, we actually have a real time feedback from patients saying, out-of-pocket costs, insurance, gatekeeping, denial. Sometimes it's just too much loopholes and hurdles to just get something to make you feel better, to get up and take your dog for a walk. And if natural medicine at a lower price point can have the same effect and increase in quality of life and get them there, we understand that patients are willing to try medicinal mushrooms for purposes of increase in quality of life and side effect management. So right now where we're at is really cultivating and gaining that audience, and educational awareness campaign, right? We've done a lot of SEO, research, Google search engine research, and we understand that people aren't specifically searching for medicinal mushroom side effect management, and we've come to the conclusion probably because they don't know, right? I mean, they know about mushrooms, in terms you can put on pizza, or even mushrooms, like the brands that, like I mentioned earlier, that are out there for tea, or mushroom coffee, like mud water, which I'm a fan of. So it's really first educating cancer patients and then medical professionals, right? In order for them to recommend our product, we understand that we understand the kind of the fragility of the idea of bringing natural medicine into mainstream oncology care, because they're not sure if it really works, or if it's accurate, and ultimately doctors are putting their credibility on the line. So we understand that, and we're very sensitive towards that. That's why we're very much rooted in science, clinical trials, clinical research. Right now, it's just an educational awareness campaign. We have a free e-course on our website, and it's an extensive one. It's not 5 questions. It's probably going to take 2-3 weeks. Exercises, questions, and then we have forms on our website for medical professionals. Anonymous. You don't have to put your personal information. Just insights so we can better understand how to create this product and bring it to market. And then we do have another form for cancer patients as well. So again, it's things understanding, more of like a financial aspect, right? Obviously, side effect management, but really understanding, trying to put ourselves in their shoes, right? Just because we have the research and evidence doesn't mean you still know what you as a cancer patient may want, need, feel, and in that specific amount of time. So we do have those forms to fill out. And then we have our research. We post our research on our website because we believe in transparency, right? If we're going to bring trust and credibility back to natural medicine, I think it starts with transparency. And sometimes we put out research that invalidated hypotheses, like, hey, no, this doesn't work, right? This specific compound in this mushroom doesn't work. And I think that's what's ultimately going to build the trust and credibility and create that bridge back into mainstream healthcare in general for natural medicine. And then, so we've secured a manufacturer for now that does third-party testing, can handle small batch sizes. So in terms of securing that manufacturer, it's GMP certified, and things like that, we have that secured as well. So in terms of like the infrastructure, logistics and things like that, we do have that set in place. And shortly after this, educational campaign, and cultivating this audience and establishing ourselves as the thought leader in this medicinal mushroom oncology, space, we shortly after will go on a pre-order campaign, and definitely, deliver that solution to cancer patients. But mainly we're focused on bringing awareness to the, clinical facts of, medicinal mushrooms, of lion's mane, of turkey tail. And most cancer patients, from what we understand, are aware. They're aware of the benefits here and there, the generalities of it. But we want to go a step further and make sure that evidence is really there and it's solid. So, we're almost done compiling some research. We're going to submit our academic research, if you will, into a scientific journal. In terms of that, we do have a blog page on Medium, so we write blogs about different type of mushrooms, their origin, their history, where they come from, and really creating that perfect synergy between Western medicine and Eastern thinking. So yeah, we're pretty excited on this side. I mean, the research and the potential of these mushrooms to increase the quality of life for cancer patients is definitely there. It just takes a little bit of education, digesting it in a way that's understandable, and then also presenting it in a way that's affordable. We understand being affordable during times like these when we understand cancer care, conventional cancer care already is not cheap, really not affordable. So anything to help you increase your quality of life but still lighten the financial burden is kind of what we're all about here at Replenish. So after that we'll shortly release our MVP product with a unique formula, probably be a mix with different bioactive compounds that we found to be very beneficial in terms of patients being in different physiological states, and tailored like I said earlier with the 3 categories: neurological decline, gut issues, and then immune suppression. So that's kind of where we are at with Replenish. That's the update. We appreciate you guys, coming along with us during the journey, taking our e-course, giving us information, ideas. If you're a medical doctor and you have seen the benefits of natural medicine, we would love to hear your perspective on our research, your opinion. We're very receptive towards medical doctors, naturopathic doctors, dietitians, nutritionists, their opinions on medicinal mushrooms and things like that. We're also very a communicative team, right? We love answering questions, anything about our business. You have a question about what we're doing, processes, quality control, manufacturing, anything. We're definitely here to answer, and we just want to make sure that our product is patient-centered, customer-focused. So we really spearhead this race for natural medicine to make its way back into the mainstream and really save lives. So again, I'm Javier, founder of Replenish, and if you stuck with me through these 12-13 minutes, I appreciate it, and hopefully you'll stick with us to the end of the journey. Thank you.